Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who realized it was over. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. When her sister called me and said, "You're a really nice guy and I like you. Remember Jason? You do?" Yeah, well, she's hooking up with him in the other room as we speak. And that's pretty much when I knew. Oh, good on the sister for telling him. That's crazy. How someone would cheat like that so obviously, you know? And the fact that she probably thought her own sister would cover up for her, that's why she brought Jason into her house. You know what I mean? Like, she thinks, you know, no one's gonna tell anyone, she thought. When I finally learned to listen to her actions, not her words, oh, I feel like so many people need to hear this. Honestly, look at how they treat you, okay? Not just what they say. What they say is like useless, completely useless. Anyone can say anything. Anyone can be like, "I love you, honey. You know, I can't do anything without you. Without you, I cannot live. You know I love you the most. I would do anything for you." Like, anyone can say that, okay? Anyone. But will they actually do it? When I realized, I only smiled, laughed, and had fun when he wasn't around. When he was, I walked on eggshells so he wouldn't get mad. Oh, that's bad. If you want to spend your life with someone, you should be smiling and happy with them. The moment I feel like bad, anxious around someone, then I know that they're just not for me. But I kept trying to tell myself otherwise, you know? I kept trying to convince myself. Why do we do that though? Like, if someone is bad for us, we try to convince ourselves that they're good for us. That's so bad. My ex, who was a major control freak, worked for an attorney. As a tool to get her way, she would prepare divorce papers and bring them home. The third time she pulled this, I signed them and made her file them. Game over. Oh, you know, reverse card. She was like, "I'm gonna control you with these divorce papers because you never want to divorce me, right? Oh, you do want to divorce me? What?" He made me feel more lonely while we were together than if I were to be single. Oh, that sucks. Right? I've totally felt this before too. Such a weird feeling. And you feel like you can't do anything else. Like, you feel like nothing else makes you happy anymore. Yeah, I just didn't feel like doing anything. I just didn't feel like eating. I just didn't feel like watching my dramas anymore. I just didn't feel like doing anything. Such a bad feeling though, honestly. It's so weird too though, because you keep trying to convince yourself that he's good for you. Don't do that, okay? If you have to convince yourself that someone is good for you, they're not good for you, alright? Please don't convince yourself that someone is good for you. You know it if they are good for you, okay? You know it. There are some people where you just don't even have to think about anything, whether they're good or not, because you know that they're good. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to be anxious about it. If they're a good person, you'll feel it, okay? You don't have to convince yourself. When I got a Facebook message from another dude saying your wife is cheating on us, he thought we had one of those open relationships. Your wife is cheating on us. Us! Wow, imagine if you get that text. Your partner is cheating on us. What do you mean us? I thought I was the only one. When I decided to not text her to see if she would ever start a conversation, and did not text me for an entire month. Wait, and they were in a relationship? I started anti-anxiety meds and my ex-husband immediately wanted me to get off them because I started seeing his emotional manipulation for what it was, instead of getting caught up in the anxiety and just quietly going along with whatever he wanted to make it easier. He would get me all riled up on purpose and then turn around and say that I'm unstable, because how can I react like that after he just spent 30 minutes doing the most juvenile stuff to get me to that point? I mean, like, put hands over his ears and go la la la. Tell me to calm down after he did something either neglectful or hurtful. He would belittle my feelings and tell me to deal with it because nothing's going to change. Before my meds, I would basically be the okay face meme. Once I was on my meds, I stopped reacting the way he wanted me to, and he kept getting angrier and angrier. He kept escalating his manipulation until one day, after a fight of him telling me how badly he wanted to leave me, I told him go if he's so desperate to leave. I went out to dinner with my dad and I came back to the house full of boxes and him locked in the room. I didn't talk to him because I knew this was another manipulation tactic to try and get me to cry. I didn't cry. Instead, I called my mum and asked if I can come sleep over there. He drove me because he said that if I took the car, this wasn't going to work, which obviously meant him leaving. Right before we got to my mum's, he flat out said that he has an apartment in a different state, 12 hours away from my family and any sort of support I could have, and asked if I was coming with him or not. I said no. He said then goodbye, threw everything out of the car onto the driveway of my mum's house and screeched out. He left at 5 a.m. the next morning, and I didn't accept any of his calls or texts for a week. When I finally did, he had the nicest tone on telling me that he never left me and that this was a business trip that we had talked about. Again, if I was off my meds, I might have believed him and doubted my own sanity, but I knew for a fact we had not talked about it, and all of his actions the night before proved otherwise. Also, he stole my computer. To this day, he blames my medicine for why our relationship is broken. In a way, he's right. My medicine was the only way I was able to see the abuse for what it was. Wow, he is such a freaking ass. He's just poo-poo, man. He deserves to be in the toilet, dude. These kind of people, disgusting. Deserve to be in the sewer. If anyone wants you to be mentally unstable, stay away from them, okay? Your partner should want the best for you to be mentally stable and to be happy mentally, not crazy. If your partner wants you to be unstable, that's a red flag. Get away from them. We were apart for 2 weeks. I flew to meet him. He was waiting in the airport for me. As I descended the escalator, I could see him standing there, and I felt no happiness. This one is so sad too, because it just happens, right? One day you just lose all feelings for someone, or they could just lose all feelings for you. And there's not really a reason. It just happens. Like, all they can tell you is just, I just don't feel the same anymore. And then that's just it. Ah, that's sad. When I was finding more and more excuses not to spend time with her. Wow. Dude, I feel like this happens with like friendship too, huh? When I started fantasizing about what it would be like to be completely alone. Yo, that's my life. Dude, I fantasize about being in a relationship, man. People fantasizing about being alone. My mother died. He did the bare minimum of sympathy and support for a few weeks, then got angry and disgusted at the fact that I was still grieving. I would have punched him. I actually would have punched him because my mum means so much to me, and if anyone ever says anything like that, I would have punched him. How dare you be disgusted at someone when they're grieving? How freaking dare you? I hope you never lose anyone that you love, you pathetic trash. The night he told me that I was no longer allowed to drive anywhere by myself, that he would keep the keys and I would have to ask him to drive me places so he knew where I was going and who I was with. I was gone the next day after 16 years. 16 years, dude. Something must have happened like before this too, hey? Wow, what a controlling freak, dude. As if, like, how are they going to go to work then? Like, you're not going to allow them to go to work? You're going to drive them to work? Oh my God, they're not a kid. Wow, 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 wow. Some people are crazy, like actually crazy. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.